We've been moving right along here in Mark. To me, it's just getting more exciting all the time. You see Jesus getting ready to go to the cross, trying to get his disciples to understand what's going to take place, making all these confessions about himself so that even if they don't understand now, they will after they receive the Holy Spirit. And in chapter 9, it says in verse 14, "And when he came to the disciples, he saw a great multitude around them, and the scribes disputing with them. Immediately when they saw him, all the people were greatly amazed, and running to him, greeted him. And he asked the scribes, 'What are you discussing with them?' Then one of the crowd answered and said, 'Teacher, I brought you my son who has a mute spirit. And whenever it seizes him, it throws him down. He foams at the mouth, gnashes his teeth, and becomes rigid. So I spoke to your disciples that they could cast it out, but they could not.' He answered him and said, 'O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I bear with you? Bring him to me.' Then they brought him to him. And when he saw him, immediately the spirit convulsed him, and he fell to the ground, and he fell on the ground, and wallowed, foaming at the mouth. So he asked the father, 'How long has this been happening to him?' And he said, 'From childhood. And often he has thrown him both into the fire and into the water to destroy him. But if you can do anything, have compassion on us and help us.' Jesus said to him, 'If you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes.' Immediately the father of the child cried out and said with tears, 'Lord, I believe. Help my unbelief.' When Jesus saw that the people came running together, he rebuked the unclean spirit, saying to it, 'Deaf and dumb spirit, I command you to come out of him and enter him no more.' Then the spirit cried out, convulsed him greatly, and came out of him. And he became as one dead, so many said, 'He's dead.' But Jesus took him by the hand and lifted him up, and he arose." What a thing. He comes down from the mountain after this glorious experience. With the scribes, they're arguing with the disciples. It seemed like the scribes felt like they had an advantage over the disciples, and they're going to beat them into the ground, right? But they couldn't heal him either. So this demon grabs a hold of this guy and slams him to the ground. And the boy foams at the mouth, grinds his teeth, Sometimes, I want to throw a word of caution out here. I've witnessed people that had epileptic fits. Totally different. They weren't slammed to the ground. They weren't driven. They were just, all of a sudden, this convulsing came upon them, and the shaking and the trembling. It was totally, anybody with half a brain would see there was no demonic power working there. They were having an epileptic fit. So let's not try casting demons out of people that don't have them. If you think about it, Jesus never went hunting demons. When they were there, he cast them out. But he wasn't out looking, let me go find some more people with demons. Don't be a demon hunter. If you have to come across it, God will witness to you. There's a power here. And if you cast out a power that's not supposed to be there, you're going to see the person convulsing and see the person, that demon doesn't want to leave. He's going to fight and cause a lot of problems for this person when he's leaving. But anyhow, demonic possession causes a lot of more damage than illness. The boy was unable to speak and throwing himself in a fire and trying to drown himself. And we don't know what caused this boy to be possessed from childhood. I have no clue. But I really want to keep in your heart and mind a born-again believer. A Christian is sealed by the Holy Spirit. And you know what a seal means? You can't get through. A demonic power can't get through. That's why Jesus said if you cast out a demon and the demon comes by and finds the house empty, he'll bring 7 more with him, and your condition will be worse than it was in the first place. Well, if a person is demon possessed and it's cast out of them, they need to be born again. They need to let the Holy Spirit come in, or they're going to end up worse off than they were before they got this demon cast out. So I don't like to dwell too much on the demonic powers. The disciples had cast out demons before, but this one wasn't coming out. There's a little, why would it be more difficult to come out? Could be one reason, if a child is possessed, the whole family is distraught. So this child is causing disruption in the whole family. So that makes Satan happy, but that's just conjecture. I wouldn't know that for sure. But Jesus, he's busy rebuking this unbelieving generation of people. If you look at the Father, he had enough faith to come and ask Jesus to heal his son. Jesus is not there, so it gets the disciples and nothing's happening. So his faith is weakening. He's wondering if anything's going to be happening. But when he went to Jesus, everything went well. When our faith is failing, let's go to Jesus. So moving along in Mark chapter 9, verse 28, and when he had come into the house, his disciples asked him privately, "Why could we not cast it out?" So he said to them, "This kind can come out by nothing but prayer and fasting." Jesus had given the disciples the power to cast out demons, but this one, he was too powerful. They needed to pray to the Lord for deliverance. They needed to fast. So it kind of Jesus is showing us that there are lesser and greater demonic powers. Some demonic powers have a greater grip on a person's life than others. And it's no different with sin. Some people have different types of sin that have a greater grip on their life than other types of sin. So Jesus told the disciples this kind can come out only with prayer and fasting. So prayer and fasting is increasing our faith, drawing us closer to God, allowing the Spirit of God to flow through us. What we did yesterday isn't going to give us power and strength today. We need to continually seek him, allow him to fill us to overflowing, that we might do the works of Jesus. One final closing thought on this particular verse is that the disciples, they were disappointed that they couldn't cast out this demon. And I've had many times I'm disappointed that things that I thought, oh God, I thought you were going to do this and that. But really, I was disappointed because I was wanting God to use me to do this or use me to do that. I don't have to be the one being used of God to do anything. Nothing's impossible for those who have faith. Maybe I'm believing God for a miracle in someone's life. Someone else comes by and prays for them and the miracle happens. It's time to rejoice. We're not in this for ourselves. We're in this for the glory of God. So let's be those that reach out to God, be renewed in the Holy Spirit. Let's not be disappointed, but let's believe that all things are possible for those who believe.